Just confidence level for you guys. You fall behind for the first time in the postseason right now.
It's still high. I mean, I think just even watching the game, we saw a lot of things that we can get better in. Just be more physical. I mean, I think that's one thing that's great about our team, that we're physical, but I didn't think we were as physical as we should have been. So a lot of positives, so I think we're still very confident in our team.
For you and Mitch, a much different kind of matchup with both Bam one hand to the ball and Kevin goes out to a three. Just very different than first series.
Yeah, I mean it's a little different, but I mean I'm confident in me and Mitch against anybody. So just going into it, just keep staying confident. I mean I thought we did a good job with Bam. I mean, yeah.
How do you view this game too, as far as pressure, or as far as just going out and playing a better game?
Yeah. I mean I don't think there's really pressure at all. I mean I think if you look at everything, you go into games to learn, and so I think that was the biggest thing from last game. We learned. You just come back. It's a 7-game series, so you stay too much in the past, you'll get stuck there. So we're really confident. I don't think there's pressure. I mean, yeah.
Watching the film, what did you guys see offensively in that second half?
I think there was more physical. I mean, I think Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler did a great job of getting the hands in there. And so I think that was a big thing where we had some loose turnovers where Kyle Lowry did a great job stripping the ball. And then there were some leak outs with Jimmy Butler where we could have handled better. So I think it's all things that we can control. And so I think that makes us confident.
Was it pretty clear they were kind of daring you guys to shoot from three and packing the paint?
I mean, they've always packed the paint a lot, so threes are going to be there. We just got to go out and shoot with confidence.
Was there anything, you guys played 3 times in the last, I think, part of the season. Was there anything different playing them in the postseason than what you see there?
Not really. I mean, I think what I said before is that they play more physical than us, and they did the little things to win. I think that's going into next game. That's going to be the main thing, is everyone doing the little things, and us being the more physical team and doing all the little details on court.
Tim stresses that so much with you guys about preparation and every hustle play.
Yeah.
Is it almost surprising when you find a team that does the same as what you guys do and the same sort of guy?
Yeah. I mean, they're a physical team, but I thought last game we were as physical as we should have been. So I think going into the game, I still think I have a lot of confidence that we can get back to that physical level what we're used to.
You won the rebounding, obviously.
Yeah.
But what do you think as far as going in tonight, how key that's going to be?
I mean, rebound is always key. I mean, if you really look at almost every series in these playoffs, rebounding normally wins. And so I think that's another thing that we always have to win. And yeah.
So let's just, you guys are behind in the series for the first time. What's the mentality?
Same mentality. You just gotta go out there and compete at a high level. Make sure we're locked in and have a great attention to detail for every possession. And I think that's the biggest thing. I don't think there's anything different that we've been doing, the whole season. First to 4. You know what I mean? Not the first to 1.
I know this is your first playoffs, but it seems like with you guys, with Jalen and Julius, and then with Jimmy and other series, it just seems like every game you have to plan for, are we going to have this guy, are we not, are they going to have this guy? Is it more preparation than normal because of that?
No, I don't think it's more preparation. I think, whether, for example, Jimmy plays or doesn't play, lumberjack. Whether Jimmy plays or doesn't play, we got to be ready. If he does, obviously he's a big piece, and if he doesn't, it's just an opportunity for other guys to step up, and they're going to be more aggressive. So we know that. The same thing with us, with Julius and JB. Other teams with their guys, being out. You know what I mean? So it's not anything more, anything less. It's it's the same preparation.
When you look back at the film, you did a pretty good job on Jimmy in this game, contained him most of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Do look back on that, like how you handled that?
I mean, yeah, I felt like I competed at a high level. I think I had a couple, you know, stupid plays in terms of fouls or times I was so worried about getting matched up on Jimmy that gave Vincent a wide open transition three in the beginning part of the first quarter. Another one to K Love popping when Jimmy back cut. So I think I did a good job. I got to make sure I'm not overly concerned or consumed with just getting to the matchup with Jimmy. And we got good defenders, good team defense that I got to rely on and trust everybody. So I think I did a good job. I think there was times where I tried to force that matchup a little bit too much and it cost us.
When you look at the film, you encourage that some of the things where it's it's a one possession game, and if you make a couple shots or free throws, it's a different game.
I didn't need the film to tell me that. You know what I mean? It was, a one possession game late in the fourth quarter. And we knew that. I mean, I feel like we shot 20% from three, and I think 60 from the line. You know what I mean? If we shot 30% from three and 70% at the line, I feel like we probably would win. So, we're I guess that's partly encouraging. And we know we just got to go out there and make shots. Obviously, the second half, their big adjustment was to close driving lanes, and they were giving us open shots, and they were living and dying with that. And obviously, we got to be confident, to take those shots.
You make a living on loose balls,
Mm-hmm.
tips, and steals. They also do it. Do you have to be mindful as a team of what they bring in that aspect?
Yeah, I mean, it's always when you have, someone on the team that does that, that's a benefit. You know what I mean? That does the dirty work, that does find a way to find the extra possessions and do those things. When you have someone on the team, that helps. When you have 8 of them, it really helps. And that's something that they all do. Jimmy does a great job with it. Gabe Vincent, K-Lo, K-Love, puts his body on the line, takes charges at, his old age, you know what I mean? So, they got championship DNA that they do, and then they got a lot of guys that make those extra possessions and that extra effort, and we got to make sure we do the same thing. We can't have, 8 of them doing that and 2 of us doing it. We got to everybody be locked in on that. We got to know that. We got to know K-Lo wants to try to go for a strip and try, when we get rebounds, we can't bring it down, and they have big charge guys, and so we got to know that, and we got to make sure we not just rise to that level, but exceed it.
Do you think maybe in some ways game 1 was a little eye-opening in that regard?
I don't think so. I mean, that's the Heat culture. I mean, that's something that you've seen them do for I'm not sure how many years, and I think we do that for the most part, but we just we can't take a possession off here, a possession off there, and I think that's something that they've done a great job of, because obviously they got guys that's won championships, guys that's been to the finals, coach that's 2-time champion. They realize how important each possession is, and that's something that we got to continue to drill, continue to work at, because we don't have that experience. So we got to make sure we continue to do that every possession.
Game 1s in the past. Just give me your confident and excitement level for now, tonight's game.
Oh, I mean, extremely excited, extremely confident. We get to go play at the Eastern Conference semifinal. You know what I mean? It's May 1st. Usually, my last 5 years in the league, I've been done April 9th. You know what I mean? So I'm extremely excited. We're extremely confident. We know MSG. We need them rocket tonight, as always, as they've been doing, the whole year and since I've been here, man. So we get to wake up and play basketball, man. I'm not sure, you can't get excited for that and play against a team like the Heat. I mean, I'm not sure what gets you excited.
I know you know Jalen a long time. Would you be expected to play tonight?
Who?
Jalen.
Jalen? Hey, man, if Jalen can, Jalen's going to. I talked to him a little bit yesterday. I haven't really talked to him today too much. But he's someone who's a warrior. He battles through injuries all the time. You know, he just has to make sure if he's able to be out there, perfect. If not, he has to, trust us to go out there and do what needs to be done. And obviously, as a competitor, that's the hardest part. You know what I mean? There's always times where, he can go out there and score 30 for us, but if his matchup scores 35, we lose. You know what I mean? So that's the toughest part of being a fierce competitor, of knowing when to go out there and battle through something and when you just can't do it. And that goes for everybody.
We've asked a lot about the atmosphere, Garden and other places. You guys did it in Cleveland, Miami did it to you guys. It's happened in a lot of these series so far. A lot of the road teams are winning. Is it, you guys just did it, is it something that you tune out, that crazy atmosphere in the playoffs?
I think so. It's tough to speak for other people, but at least for myself, I think some guys on the team, we're locked in on the task at hand. And I mean, once you're out there and you're in the flow of it, a lot of times you tune out the noise, whether that's home crowd or away crowd. You're so locked in on each possession, so locked in on trying to get the win, that you're not even paying attention to it. So I think that's you're seeing that a lot, and that's something that when you're a road team, that's what we do. Sometimes that's the best times to play, because it's just you don't got all the other distractions. You don't got family, friends. You don't got this or that. It's just you and the guys in that locker room.
All right, thanks, Josh.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.